Welcome to Gary Keeps Civil. Today a look at repairing a tape from my childhood. First ever compact cassette, music cassette, stereo I ever had, and it's got some sentimental meaning to me. It's from 1969. That's a long time ago. Who said cassette tapes don't last? Anyway, I was only at that point 11 or 12, and therefore this was quite an important thing for me. Let's have a look, see what we can do. First up, let's have a look around. It's quite a nice little thing, standard box. This is the original. It came in 1969. There's a list of the tunes, and you can see it's a little bit battered, a little bit worse for wear, but then of course it has been used. Now if we're looking at the actual, what you used to get in those days, in the J card, pretty little picture on the inside, and then you got the list of tunes, and you can see on here is the stereo music set also gives genuine monaural reproduction. That wasn't something that you see nowadays. Monaural reproduction. There we go. Anyway, EMI records, and generally just a nice little bit of card. Good quality. You can see there the date 1969. Produced by George Martin. Very clever man. So that's the actual J card. Where we're going from here, so we're going to have a look at the cassette itself, and we'll see what needs doing. 1969, there we go. It was a high quality piece of card, bearing in mind how old it is. So you can see there the original numbers and things on it. 1.78 inches per second, not even in centimetres, because of course in those days we were not in the EU, as we're not today. But there we go, that's a different story. So let's see where we go onto the actual cassette. Now, on here you can see that the labels are a little bit bubbly, and this cassette has never been left outdoors or anything like that. It's always been in the house, but the labels have bubbled, and you can see there's a little bit of that's not mould, that's just where the paper sort of, well, I suppose it could be mould, but it plays okay. Now you can, I don't know if you noticed that there is something wrong with actually where the felt goes. So here we go, cassette felts, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the cassette felt, because there isn't one in there. There's a little bit of foam in there which I shoved in a little while ago just to make sure it would work, but I'm going to use proper felts. So got my little hooky stick which is made out of a Q-tip, and I'm going to pull the cassette leader out. Now this is important, it's the leader, and you use that because you've got to make sure it's all wound up to one end, but because it doesn't really matter if you crease it. You don't want to, but it doesn't matter if you do to a minor extent. So pull it out, stick your finger through it, and then when you lean over, you'll find that it clears the entire hole where the felt's going to go. Now this, I haven't cleaned this up or anything, this is the way it was. The felt has actually fallen off, and that's the problem that I've got with the cassette. Now if you try and play a cassette like that, it may work. Some Nakamichis it'll work, but it won't work on a lot of decks, and it would actually give you the problem of the tape getting chewed. So open the bag, find out the felts. So I've got these from eBay, and I haven't got any links below, but I'm sure you can find them. They're quite nice little things, and so they're all cut to the right sort of width. What I'm going to do here, just offer it up, make sure what I'm looking at, yep, it is actually the right size to go onto the little bit of the metal there. You can see it's a sort of like a cross shaped, and that is the width of the cross. So all I've got to do is get the length of it right. So I'm going to use some method of cutting it in a minute, and we'll go from there. Right, it's already cut to size, you just need to get the length right as shown here. So that's nice and easy. Put that down and cut it with cutters. Now make sure you put your finger over it to stop it from flying, otherwise you'll end up with them all over the room. There we go, just like that. Now I'm going to use the cutters to put this together for the simple reason that's what I happen to have. And so having peeled the self-adhesive protective layer off, that's now ready to go. So again, stick my finger through the loop, get it to clear, and use this. Now, you could try and glue, if you had the original foam, you could try and glue it back on. But the problem with glue is that it goes everywhere. And the good thing about this is it's nice and clean. There is no surplus glue. It's all on the back of the felt pad. So it's going to be just a simple case of, if I stop my hand wobbling, putting it in there. So let's line everything up, nice and simple, and push. Now it did all line up nicely, which is unusual for me. There we go. Now it looks like the genuine thing. Give it a little bit of extra push. Don't forget you're pushing against the plastic bulkhead inside, so it's not a real problem, and the spring should be able to move anyway. And there we go. Wind it back up just to get rid of the slack, and there you have it. This is a nice simple job, and now we'll just go and test it. So that's where it is, into the deck. Press play. Here comes the sun for the copyright. Success. So I hope you got something out of that video, and if you'd like to subscribe or click a like or share or do anything like that, or leave comments or questions in the comments, that'd be great. Catch you another time. Cheers. There's a video popping up here. You might want to watch it.